now it's the Tidbyt Gen 2.
It's the Tidbyt Gen 2. We've talked about the Tidbyt before, in fact, multiple times on this channel. In fact, my very first video on this channel. You see, I've tried a few other Pixel displays, and the Tidbyt holds a special place in my heart because, one, it was that first video, and two, it was a gift for my fiance for my birthday. What a gift! Well, there's some big Tidbyt news because a commenter let me know that a Tidbyt Gen 2 is on the way. I had not heard of that at all. And then, what do you know, the next day I get an email announcing just that. Early access to a Kickstarter for the Tidbyt Gen 2. So if you're watching here in October of 2023, this Kickstarter is already live and will be till November 9th of 2023. Thank you, Tidbyt, for throwing my comment on the Kickstarter page. That is very nice of you. That announcement comes with some immediate questions for me because I think the first one's pretty darn good. This thing can almost do it all. It's a great sports ticker, stock ticker, great for some art, great for quotes, great for encouraging messages, weather, time. It's a great desk accessory. So how are they gonna make this better? On the Kickstarter page, it says, with Gen 2, we're bringing a massive update with a beautifully redesigned display, audio notifications, a touch sensor, and a built-in wall mount and kickstand. Okay, so you can control this thing with a touch bar on top of the new Tidbyt. This reminds me of like digital photo frames where you have a touch bar on top of those where you can scroll through pictures, where you can like pictures. It says skip ahead, go back, or interact. Our new touch control puts you in full control. No matter how many apps you put on our Tidbyt, just tap through to find the one you're looking for. So that's pretty cool. It's not something that's super revolutionary, but it's a nice feature to have, I think. Audio notifications. Get notified when it matters. The Gen 2 has a minimalist mono speaker for audible alerts, notifications, and alarms. The Kickstarter page calls out that this is not hi-fi stereo audio. You're not going to be using this to pump Spotify through, but it excels at beeps, boops, and 8-bit tunes that will grab your attention. Boop. It's confirmed we got a nicer display this time around with sharper text, clearer photos. The makers of the Gen 2 definitely seem to be moving on from the wood grain, wood outer case of the Gen 1 onto a precision molded enclosure made with sustainable plastics. Potentially. Looks like they're doing some experiments and seeing how that looks. So to be determined what they end up using. I wanted new colorways, but I'm not sure how I feel about the removal of the wood completely. It gave it a really classy feel for the Gen 1, but the look of the Gen 2s looks slick. I think there's going to be some other things that are interesting to see as all of this plays out. Like, will the Gen 1 Tidbyt get a discount? I think if it does, that could definitely be the better buy. I don't know if these differences of the Gen 2 are game-changing enough to spend more money on. One of the biggest complaints I hear about the Tidbyt 1 is the price. $179.99 is a chunk of money, but if you back the Gen 2, there are still some tiers available where you can get a discount when it comes out. Of course, no pressure. Nobody's paying me to say this. Nobody's asking me to do this. I needed to put out another video anyway. So yeah, the timeline looks a little like this. October 2023, they're live on Kickstarter. That is now. Next month, November, they're going to begin work on tooling for mass production. January 2024, place full production order for the Gen 2. March of 2024, production complete. It's going to ship to the US. April, that's when they start receiving the units. They begin shipping to backers, and May, all the rewards will be shipped. So you'll have a Tidbyt Gen 2 by May of 2024. Ideally, and I really like the Gen 1, and I've already backed it for the Gen 2, so I'm just excited. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.